Hello everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IV. Last time we kind of did the intro here, and I talked a little bit about, the history of it and all that. And I mentioned how, like, a lot of places in this game just have random items kind of hidden everywhere. So we're going to go into the town of Baron itself, like the actual town of Baron, and take a look around, grab a couple things. Grab some extra potions, for instance, and take a look around, because, again, random stuff could just be hidden in pots and all of that. So, by the way, hi babe adjacent. It's I'm glad you're watching, but we're gonna be looking for any hidden treasures around. Just thinking about Dark Knights give me the heebie-jeebies, but they're still pretty cool. And some of these are so convoluted, like this one that's right there. Also, right there. Are there any other ones? Okay, cool. So that's all of them in there. You'll see that I got that hourglass. I don't know what that one does. I think it's like a haste? No, it's a stop effect. That's one of those items I talked about last time where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, they don't, they got rid of a bunch of items. That's one of them. So, like, that. There was also like Spider Silk, I think, which casted slow on enemies. So, you can come here, you can start like talking to people and all that. The gist of it is that the king's been acting weird. So weird that he, in fact, closed the weapon and armor shop in town. And you can come into this house over here and actually meet Cid's daughter, I believe. Yeah, Cid, or Cecil, can you just tell my father to stop pulling all-nighters? Tiredness makes him so confrontational. He won't even listen to me anymore. What's more, he's been arguing a lot with the townspeople because they badmouth the king and the soldiers. He's trying to stick up for you and Kane, Like, everybody is not happy with the king. I did it. I built a new engine. Yeah, okay, bud. Alright, Cid. You just have a good nap, bud. But that is the gist of what's here in the town of Baron when you first enter into it. Oh, there's an extra potion. Okay. I forgot about that one. I think you can hit that. Yep. We can get some eye drops, a tent, and some dwarven bread. What does dwarven bread do again? Does that show the world map? Bread with the same effects as sight. So yes, it shows the world map. If I already use it out on the world map, it shows me, like, the big area around me. Not necessarily the whole map, but, lets me see where I'm going. But we've been tasked by the king to go to the village of Mist and, drop off this bomb ring. Very conspicuously named, I know. It's a ring, and it has a bomb on it. I wonder what it's going to do when we get there. In the original game on the SNES, it was simply called The Package. You were given a package to deliver. So when you arrived and, it's going to do what it's going to do, it was kind of a surprise. Like, oh, you're just going to go deliver a package. Like, oh, okay, we'll go deliver the package. That's fine. Nope. Alright, we're going to save because I don't like it. I don't like going into dungeons without having to save right outside the door. Thankfully, it's just goblins, so we're going to be mashing through here, mostly. I got to take a look at their menus, but I believe Kane has his jump. Yep. Does Cecil have his unique ability? Yeah, and Cecil has darkness. So, jump, classic Dragoon thing. He jumps into the air, and then, like, a turn later, Kane will land, hit the enemy for a bunch of damage. Usually it's more damage than his normal hit would. Cecil's Darkness, I'm actually going to show because it's a multi-target hit, and it might kill all these goblins. The problem is that it does sacrifice some of Cecil's HP to deal all this damage. Again, in the SNES version, Cecil didn't have that. He was just attack boy all day, all night. He just swung. Japanese version, he had that. So, ironically, some of the other changes they made to the American version for Final Fantasy II were that, like, the combat and the game overall was easier. There was this thought in Nintendo of America that the games from Japan were just too hard, that Americans were not going to like them because they were too hard, and they would have to, like, level up and learn how all these things work and do all this. Which, given, you know, turn back. Whoa. What? Who's there? Which, given, you know, America's, like, love of video gaming now, seems kind of silly, but back then it seemed to be a legitimate concern. But, Nintendo of America decided to tone everything down, and part of that toning down, for some reason, was to get rid of Cecil's unique darkness ability, along with some other, like, unique abilities that other characters ended up having. Like, there was, and I might be wrong, so, you know, correct me in the comments if you want or whatever, but we get some mages later that can, that in the Japanese version could team up and cast spells together. But in the American version, they just casted regular spells. In this one, in the Japanese, they could cast regular spells too, but they could, like, twin and cast stronger spells than they should have been able to. And they would have, like, unique abilities, like one could double his magic power and stuff like that. One of the admittedly halfway useless characters in the game actually had some kind of unique and useful abilities, like being able to use an item and use it on everybody. Granted, the potency went down, but you could use an item on everybody in the party, and he was a really good healer without having to use MP. But they took that away too. Like, they did some really weird changes that they're like, the game's too hard, and then they took away tools for players to use to make the game easier, like the items, like, you know, these unique abilities, and it feels so weird. But whatever. Nintendo of America was a little silly back then, I'll admit. I don't know, it's a little boring watching me just kind of mash through all these enemies, but we need the experience points, because the Pixel Remasters all have this ability to, like, double and quadruple the amount of experience you get, and double and quadruple the amount of money you get. I decided to quadruple the amount of money, because I hate grinding for money more than anything. Leave at once. Could that be the Phantom Beast of Miss Valley? Oh yeah. Knights of Baron. Who are you? Leave now, or suffer the consequences. Show yourself. You choose to ignore my warnings? Yes. We have to get to Mist. We're not turning back. So be it. The mist is gathering. All the mist in this cave gather. And it's a dragon. Alright, so Final Fantasy IV has a lot of boss fights that not necessarily have, like, gimmicks to them, but they have, like, mechanics that you need to, like, figure out. Like this one. The dragon turned into mist. So I'm going to make an example out of Kane here. He swings, he misses, he's always going to miss. Unfortunately, when he misses like that, everybody gets counterattacked, and you get the pop-up message that the mist will retaliate, attack when the dragon appears. So now we just get to hang out for a bit, because I have the battle mode as wait. So there we go. So if I go into a menu, time doesn't go forward in the battle, but when I'm just on the menu hanging out, time continues. So the whole mechanic behind this fight is to literally not attack when it turns into mist, and otherwise just keep smacking it. You'll kill it eventually. It doesn't take a whole lot. I don't like risking Kane jumping because I never quite learned the timing of how the dragon goes. But you can see how much more powerful Kane's jump is versus his like regular swing. I keep doing like 18, 19 with Kane. And this jump is going to be like 50 damage or so. So, you know, you always want to jump with Kane if you can. Important that he has a spear when you do that. If he has a sword, it doesn't do quite as much damage. But when he's got a spear on, it deals like 1.5 to 2 times the amount of damage that it normally would if he was wielding like a sword. But your boy Kane also gets access to like some really good swords later on in the game, so you kind of gotta pick and choose what you're gonna put on him. I always liked him as a jumper, so I just always put a spear on him. But, you know. So, again, this fight is, like, nothing. You're just chilling, waiting for this Mist Dragon to come back. I'm not even gonna bother, like, healing, because I know I will kill this thing long before it kills me. And even if it gets dire, I could toss a potion, and they'll both be fine. So... there we go. Yep, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. Ah, the era of the long shaking and dying animations. Alright, but there we go. We are through the Mist Cave and heading into the village of Mist. Lovely pace. I see that there was a weapon and item shop. The ring is glowing. It's a bomb ring. Guess what it has inside of it? Bombs. You know, the Final Fantasy enemies that blow things up. Yeah, it's a ring that contained them. So, yeah. Cecil and Kane just set the town on fire. What the? This is why he sent us here. We've destroyed the entire village. Why would he make us do this? No, Mommy! Huh? My mom's dragon died. Because of that, my mom died too. What? I heard of people with the power to call forth monsters. Summoners, they're called. Then we're responsible for killing her mother by killing the dragon. You killed my mom's dragon? We didn't know that would happen. So that was the king's plan, to annihilate every summoner in this village. That can't be. I'm afraid it's true. I'm also afraid we're going to have to get rid of the girl. What? That's what the king would expect. It's her or us. But she's just a child. You intend to defy the king. I refuse to carry out any more slaughter in the king's name. I knew you'd say that. Don't worry, I'm on your side. You are. You owe the king so much, but I can't disgrace the dragoons. So you'll join me. Yes, but we need the support of other nations if we're to oppose the mightiest kingdom in the land. We have to get Rosa out of Baron. Thank you, Kane. Save it. This isn't for your sake. This place is dangerous. We better get going. What about the girl? We can't leave her. We'll have to take her with us. It's all right. We won't hurt you. But you're going to have to come with us, okay? No! Come on, we have to go now. No, go away. Wait. I hate you. You killed my mom. I'm not even going to bother. We'll defend. Go away! And she summons Titan. You know, casually. But in the process causes a huge earthquake. All right. And here's where the story really begins, folks. She's safe. Thank goodness. Kane. Kane! I have to get her out of here. Kane, I pray that you're alive. Alright. Inflammatory decisions. So says the trophy I just got. we're gonna go through these enemies. I think you can take them down pretty easily. Yeah, alright. God, I forget how little these enemies hit for when it's Cecil. Earthquake. Oh god, is it going to cause another collapse? I didn't know that those creatures had that ability. Also, 95 damage? Good goddess. Alright, Cecil leveled up. More strength, more agility, a little more HP. That's lovely. Let's get to this town real quick. Kaipo, the oasis of the desert. I had to find her a place to rest. Here. Welcome. Oh, she looks very pale. Is she alright? Get her to bed, quickly. She can rest here tonight, free of charge. Thank you. Hey, are you alright? My name is Cecil. What's yours? I'm so sorry about your mother. I understand if you can't forgive me. Will you at least let me protect you? And thus night fell. Bum, bum, bum. Cecil, I finally found you! Wait. I'm here on the king's orders. All summoners from Mist must be annihilated. Hand over the girl now. Not a chance. Then you shall die. We'll see about that. Because I'm Batman. I mean, a Dark Knight. So, we're gonna have Cecil just freaking darkness these guys. We'll see if that kills any of them. Probably not, but it'll weaken them up so we can probably hit them in one hit after that. Oh, we got rid of one. That feels good. Attack! Yeah, okay. I think there's a special mechanic in this one that if you, like, attack the general specifically and kill him, the other three run away. And I think it's the other way around too. I think if you get rid of them, he runs away. Yeah, he retreats. So you win either way. Are you okay? Yes, don't worry about me. I won't let anyone hurt you. Promise? I promise. I'm Rydia. Rydia. Summoner Rydia has joined the party. Alright. So Rydia here is very unique even in Final Fantasy. All set. So this is a game that does not have like specific like jobs that you can swap between, like, you know, like Final Fantasy III has, or like Final Fantasy V. There's no swapping between the job classes. I'm a traveling scholar. I want to go to Fabul, which lies east of Damsian, to do a little research. But some old man in the water cavern won't let me through. That's your clue to go to the water cavern. But this game does not have like job classes you can swap between freely. It's not like Final Fantasy III, not like Final Fantasy Tactics or anything like that. Each character has their own like defined job class that they are. And Rydia here is kind of special because I can't think off the top of my head a Final Fantasy where you don't get to change people's job classes, but they get access to what is essentially the three types of magic in Final Fantasy games, which is black magic, white magic, and summoning. Our girl Rydia here has access to all three. Now, obviously right now she just has the Summon Chocobo, which costs 7 out of the 10 MP she has, but she's also only level 1. So as she starts to level up, she learns more magic. Specifically, she learns more... white and black magic. The summons, you have to kind of do some special stuff here. Rosa. Cecil, don't die on me. To cure desert fever, you need a rare jewel called the Sand Ruby, found only in a cave where an antlion dwells. We found a girl from Baron lying unconscious just outside. Poor thing's come down with desert fever. She just keeps muttering the name Cecil over and over. And that's what prompts you to go towards the Northern Cavern, is your girl Rosa's, not looking too hot. So, she's got a fever, so she's looking, in fact, quite too hot. Let's give Rydia a staff instead of a rod. But beyond that, she doesn't have much else that we can give her right now. So I could probably walk towards the cave and be good, but I want to do a couple laps here, get Rydia some levels if I can. Because even her having just like a couple of extra spells and some peachy keen MP amount, we can do some things in that water cavern to get through some fights easier, because the next boss fight, if I remember right, is not terribly difficult, but it gets more difficult as the fight goes on, and that's because of a specific mechanic that they have for it. So, but yeah, see, your girl Rydia just learned Blizzard because she got to level 2, so she learns her first spell right away at the next level, and then I think she gets Cure, I think at level 3 or level 4. Like, it's wild how quickly she learns. So, and like, I can't think of anybody in a mainline Final Fantasy that gets all 3 types of magic that doesn't have like a job class or like some specific mechanic behind it. It's just who they are. Ooh, Rydia. Oh gosh. I'm glad she actually hit one. Alright, don't hit her. Thank you. But like, yeah, there's no... Because even like FF6, you have the Magicite that teaches everybody magic, and they are in fact summons, but that's a specific mechanic and everybody can do it. It's not like this, where it's like, this is innate to the character, and this is who they are and what they can do. God, FF7, it's the same way. 8... 9 has Aiko and Garnet, who are white mages and summoners. And then Vive is a black mage. So no there. 10 has Lulu, and then Yuna, who's again white mage and summoner. So 11 was job classes. 12 had the license thing at the license board, and then job classes in the like Zodiac version. Yeah, like 13 was job classes, 14 is job classes, 15 didn't really have like specific jobs, and magic wasn't even much of a thing in the universe. So yeah, Rydia is like wholly unique, I think, to the franchise, which is so wild to think about. But gosh, I'm even trying to like think of any spin-offs that like might do it. Yeah, there you go, Rydia. Get your own kill. Yeah, I can't think of one. Like, I'm having a hard time. Rydia's level 4. We got a high potion. What did she learn? I missed it. Oh, she got Sight. So, yeah, here, I'll cast Sight. It opens up the world map so you can look at it. Like, that's it. Oh! Oh, and the world map tells you how many chests there are and how many hidden items there are. So the town of Baron, there's 6 chests, I found 3, and there's 8 items, and I found all 8 of them. Mist had 4 and 3. Kaipo, the Oasis of the Desert, had 1 item, which I found, and then 2 chests. Mist Cave had 4 and 0. Like, that's okay, that's cool. It also shows you where other locations are that you might not have located based on the little gray dots. So that's nifty. Like, that's new. Alright. But I'm gonna do another rest here, because poor Rydia just keeps getting beaten up. Alright, but I think with that, we're being all set. I think that this is where we're going to end this episode, folks. So, thanks for joining me. Next time we're going to head over into that water cavern and meet the old man who's not letting anybody get through. But we'll see you next time, guys. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like. Hit the little notification bell in case you want to, hear when I'm releasing anything new. But thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.